It's not our fault for developing issues with anxiety. I repeat, we aren't responsible for developing anxiety disorder. We aren't. That needs to be stated loud and clear. That's because many of us were exposed to difficult situations, circumstances, and behaviors when growing up, such as abuse, physical, sexual, psychological, emotional, and spiritual, where one or both parents were overcritical of our behavior, where parenting styles were rigid, where we were overprotected, overindulged, abandoned, and rejected, where there was drug abuse or a lack of healthy boundaries, where we didn't feel validated or moved a lot, to name a few. These backgrounds teach us that bad and unjust things can happen, that there's nothing we can do about it, and that the consequences can be unwanted and serious. Overall, these backgrounds erode our sense of safety and trust, leaving us feeling vulnerable to the next bad and unwanted thing. Is it any wonder that in an attempt to protect ourselves from future hardship and unpleasantness, worry becomes the main way we try to keep ourselves safe? In other words, we learn that worry is how to cope with life if we want to keep safe. Worry becomes the armor we use to protect ourselves. Who could blame us? Worry can be defined as imagining the worst and then fearing the worst might come true. Unfortunately, worrying about adversity, uncertainty, and risk makes us anxious. Constantly seeking safety and certainty through worry drives issues with anxiety. So again, and to be clear, we are not responsible or at fault for developing issues with anxiety. Our life circumstances set us up to struggle with anxiety issues. However, since anxiety is driven by learned behavior, the ways we think and act, it is our responsibility to overcome our anxiety issues. Since anxiety is behavior-driven, we are the only ones who can change that. No one else can or is responsible for making those changes. The good news is that we can replace unhealthy anxious behavior with healthy behavior with good information, professional help, effort, and support. Anxiety disorder isn't the mystery it used to be. A great many of us have overcome anxiety disorder and gone on to live wonderful lives. So recovery is possible and doable, and there are many reasons to be hopeful. Since we learn to cope with life with anxious behavior, we can learn to cope with life with healthy behavior. It's just a matter of learning healthy behavior and then adopting it. Yes, recovery can take a lot of work and sometimes more work than we think is possible, but we can become successful when we persevere. If you are tired of an anxious approach to life, connect with an experienced therapist and get on with your recovery. There can be a great life on the other side of that work.